We're going to do a quick introduction here into algebraic fractions. Now this is a contentious subject for students. Well, not really contentious, they just generally agree they hate it. There's a lot of things that are very confusing, so we're going to start off with the absolute basics. First of all, fraction is just a number, usually in between two whole numbers or between two integers. And of course everybody knows that in order to add two fractions, you must have the same common denominator. So for example, this one right here, it's very, very similar to, I'm just going to make up something that's like this. See, the only difference between this problem and this problem is that here we have some integers that we understand, and here we don't know what a and b are. They could be anything except for 0, because you can't divide by 0, right? So the way you handle this problem over here is you have to have a common denominator. And the denominator is, of course, going to be 35, because the product of those two is 35. The smallest number that both 7 and 5 divide into is 35. We use multiplication to change this number here into 35. 7 times 5 is 35. And 7 divided by 7 is 1. When you multiply by 1, the value doesn't change. This is just going to look different. See, right here, 21 over 35 is the same as 3/5. Over here, same thing, very quickly. Right? 21, 20. So that's going to be 41 over 35. 5th graders all over the planet, 10-year-olds know how to do that. The same process we use here, we're going to use here. In fact, this is actually a little bit easier because we have less arithmetic to do. See here, our denominator is going to be a times b. So to get that, I have to multiply this side by b over b. That gives me 3b. Over here, a divided by a. I'm multiplying by 1, multiplying by 1. So when you multiply by 1, the value doesn't change, but here it looks a little different. Now, last thing, we're going to go ahead and put this in what is called descending order, which is basically alphabetically, in this case anyway. This value here and this value here, they're the same. Okay? Now, where it gets a little trickier, is when we have something like 5 over x plus 2 plus 3 divided by x minus 4. Okay? Same thing though. If you look, our denominator is going to be x plus 2 times x minus 4. That's what our denominator is going to be. Same process. We have to change this right here to look like that. So we multiply by x minus 4. 5 times x minus 4, do that right here. That is 5x minus 20. So 5x minus 20. Okay? Going to do this one right here. We have to have it be the same, so we're missing x plus 2. 3 times x plus 2 is 3x plus 6. So now we got to do that little thing that begins with a C and it ends in combine like terms. Just combine the like terms right here. 5 and 3 is 8. Negative 20 plus 6 is minus 14. Note, we did not multiply the denominator. Usually we leave it factored. And that's it. Okay, your turn. Go ahead and pause it right now. Try it. When you're done, unpause it. Alright, so here we go. We're going to multiply this side by x over x. And this side by x plus 4 over x plus 4. So what we end up having over here, see that's 7x plus 28. This is 5x. denominator, x times x plus 4. Combine like terms. I do believe that this makes 12x. Now there's things we could do with factoring and reducing, maybe, not really on this one, but there's always more stuff we can do. However, since we're just introducing it, for right now, we are done with that right there. Last example, those pesky subtraction signs. So I'm going to take the same example we just did, 5 over x plus 4, but now we're going to subtract 7 divided by x instead of adding it. And this negative sign right here is going to cause us a little trouble. We still do the same thing. Multiply both sides like this, see? But now we're multiplying negative 7 times that. So I'm going to be a little bit careful right here. I'm going to go ahead and write this step right here. Okay, so this is what I'm writing. I'm writing that right there. Okay? So when you distribute a negative 7, and that's why I wrote it this way, I want to make sure everybody sees we're multiplying by negative 7. What we're going to get is 5x minus 7x minus 28 over x times x plus 4. Again, we're not distributing in the denominator, just the numerators. Combine like terms right here, you get negative 2x minus 28. There you go. Now later we're going to be doing more stuff with this, but as of right now, since we're just introducing these algebraic fractions, that is going to be our final answer. We're done.